Hello, English learners, and welcome back to the Mr. Language podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Language.
And I'm Anna. Today's episode is all about a job that almost everyone visits regularly, the hairdresser.
Yes, going to the hairdresser is part of everyday life, but working as a hairdresser is a real profession, full of skills, creativity, and communication.
So let's start simple. What exactly does a hairdresser do?
A hairdresser cuts, styles, and treats people's hair. But it's not just cutting. They wash hair, color it, blow-dry it, and sometimes even give treatments for damaged hair.
Right. And another important part of the job is giving advice. Customers often ask, "What hairstyle suits me?" or "What hair color will look good?" A good hairdresser has to suggest styles that match a person's face, shape, lifestyle, and personality.
Exactly. It's not only about hands-on skills, but also communication and understanding the client's needs.
Let's teach our listeners some useful words connected with the hairdresser's job.
Good idea. First, we have haircut. That's the style of your hair after it's cut. For example, I got a new haircut yesterday.
Then there's trim. That means cutting just a little bit off, usually to remove split ends. A customer might say, "I don't want it too short, just a trim."
And don't forget, fringe in British English, or bangs in American English. That's the hair that covers your forehead.
We also have layers, which means cutting the hair at different lengths to add shape and movement.
Another important word is dye or color. If you want your hair to be blonde, red, or even blue, the hairdresser will dye your hair.
And after that, you might ask for a blow dry, where they use a hairdryer and brush to make your hair smooth and styled.
Perfect. And of course there are tools: scissors, combs, brushes, hairdryer, and sometimes curling irons or straighteners.
So, what does a normal day look like for a hairdresser?
Well, they usually start by welcoming clients and asking what style they want. Then they wash the client's hair, cut or style it, maybe color it, and finish with a blow dry. Between clients, they clean their tools and prepare for the next person.
That sounds busy. Hairdressers often have to stand all day, right?
Yes, it's physically demanding. They are on their feet for hours, using their hands constantly. But many hairdressers say it's worth it because they enjoy the creativity and the social interaction.
I can imagine. Talking to clients is a big part of the job. Some people go to the hairdresser not only to get a haircut, but also to relax and chat.
Exactly. Some even call hairdressers unofficial therapists because clients often share their personal stories during the appointment.
Let's talk about what skills you need to become a hairdresser.
First, you need technical skills: how to cut, color, and style hair. Most hairdressers learn this through a course, apprenticeship, or beauty school.
And you also need soft skills like communication, patience, and creativity.
Don't forget hygiene and safety. Hairdressers use chemicals for coloring, so they must know how to handle them safely.
True. And since fashion changes all the time, hairdressers must keep learning new techniques and trends.
Let's do a short role play between a client and a hairdresser.
Great idea. I'll be the client, and you can be the hairdresser.
Perfect.
Hello, I'd like to get a haircut today.
Of course. What would you like done?
Just a trim, please. And maybe some layers to give my hair more shape.
No problem. Would you also like me to wash your hair first?
Yes, please. And can you also blow dry it at the end?
Absolutely. Let's get started.
That's exactly how it works in real life.
Yes. And learners can practice this dialogue when they go to a hairdresser abroad.
So, let's think about the good sides of being a hairdresser.
One advantage is creativity. Hairdressers can use their artistic talent every day.
Another is social interaction. You meet many different people, and some of them become regular clients and even friends.
Flexibility is another benefit. Some hairdressers work in salons, but others are self-employed or even travel to clients' homes.
But it's not all easy, right?
No, there are challenges too. Standing all day can be tiring. Sometimes clients are very picky or unhappy, and you have to stay calm and professional.
And the income can vary. At the beginning, it might not be very high, but experienced hairdressers with loyal customers can earn well.
Did you know that hairdressing is one of the oldest professions in the world? Ancient Egyptians already had barbers and hairstylists thousands of years ago.
Wow. And in many cultures, hair has a deep meaning. It can represent beauty, strength, or even social status.
Exactly. That's why the role of the hairdresser is so important. They don't just change your look, they can also change how you feel.
Yes, a good haircut can boost your confidence.
Let's finish with some practical phrases learners can use at the hairdresser.
Sure. For example, I'd like a haircut, please. Just a trim. Can you cut it shorter on the sides? I'd like to dye my hair. Can you recommend a style for me? Please don't cut it too short.
Perfect. Those phrases will help learners feel confident when visiting a salon in English-speaking countries.
So, today we learned about the hairdresser's job, the skills, the vocabulary, the daily routine, and even some phrases for learners.
Yes, and we also saw the advantages and challenges of this profession. Hairdressing is more than just cutting hair. It's about creativity, communication, and making people feel good.
Exactly. We hope our listeners found this episode useful.
Thanks for listening to the Mr. Language Podcast. Don't forget to practice the phrases and maybe role play with a friend.
And next time you visit a hairdresser, you'll know exactly what to say.
See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.